There are a lot of thinking in the U.S. economist side or among the politicians that they need to contain the development of China because the previous engagement policy with China is no longer working or not enough. What's your view on that? Do you think Chinese economic development is containable, or do you think such kind of Cold War mentality is dangerous, so to speak?
Well, I think it's very dangerous, and I think it's an accurate characterization of the basic intent of the U.S. government at this point in time, which is very unfortunate. It's not going to be possible to contain China. The objective should be to have a constructive engagement where China is accountable to the rules-based system in which it is participating in with the rest of the world. But it's in the world's best interest for China to continue to grow and develop as a source of both supply and demand for the global economy.
I'll give you an example. Nicholas Burns is heading the Aspen Strategic Group, and in their publications, last year there are 2 publications on the China and the U.S. Bilateral relationships. While talking about economic development, well, they're thinking probably the most important thing is try to contain the economic scale of China. So it seems that this thing is still very popular among the think tanks, among the politicians and policymakers in the U.S.
Well, it's popular. That doesn't mean it's right. Too much focus is being directed at bilateral trade imbalances between the United States and China. We live in a globalized, interconnected world with a lot of multilateral as opposed to bilateral connectivity. And America, with an enormous shortfall of domestic saving, has to run multilateral trade deficits.
Right. If I understand correctly, Stephen is saying that America should deal with its own problem domestically before accusing others for trade deficit.
Savings are determined by economic fundamentals and social behaviors, right? So blame other country for your own saving problem, that's totally wrong.
Right.
So for the U.S., I think the American people and also American government have to do fundamental changes to its economic structure and also behavior to increase savings. One day in the future, they have to do that. Right? You cannot always borrow from others to consume. It's just like a family. This is not sustainable.